What if I told you in just a minute, you can fill out your DAE Logbook? Hi, I'm Architect Robert Marticio. Welcome to Marticio Architect Talks. This is the part 1 of my video for the logbook filling. So, defining what is the logbook. This is just like a legal document of your completed 3,840 hours or 2 years of diversified experience. It is accomplished by the trainee and architect. It is a proof that the trainee has completed a post-baccalaureate prior to taking licensure examination. The logbook was issued by the PR BOA under the Resolution Number 4, Series of 2005. And through the UAP and NBD, they approved the conversion of the logbook to be downloadable in the UAP website. You can actually download the logbook at UAP website. So what is the content of the logbook? It has 13 pages rather. The front page is 1, and the PR BOA resolution, the second page, the third page. The fourth page is the NBD resolution. And page 5 is the guidelines for filling out your logbook. And the DT Form 01, the summary, and the DT Form 02 experience, affidavit, annexes. So these are the logbook guidelines. So we have 6 guides in filling out the logbook. So defining the first 2, this is you must have 2 years or 2,840 hours that trained by your choice architect mentors. As I mentioned earlier, you can download the DAE Logbook at the UAP website, and upon completing the forms, you can print it in A4 size, substance 20 white pen paper, in black and white, except the colored one, just like the front page. So the magic hours for the apprentice is 3,840 hours. Remember that. Number 3 guide is the mentor shall accomplish DT Form 02. In some cases, the architect or the mentor will probably ask you to fill out the DT Form 02. There's no wrong with that, but they will check it afterwards. After mo na matapos yun, i-check na nila. Then, the guide 4 is the mentor signs above his or her printed name and affixed dry seal. Yes, in the lower part or right lower corner of the DT Form 02, you will see this dry seal and mentor's details. So the mentor will input all the necessary details. Number 5, the trainee must accomplish the DT Form 01. Yes, after consolidating all the DT Form 02 coming from your mentor, need mo naman siyang i-summary dito sa DT Form 01. And don't forget to input the details for the Board of Architecture. And last is the trainee shall submit the logbook and all the contents, including the affidavit and supporting docs to the PRC. So this is a screenshot from the DT Form 01. You can actually see it once you download the DAE Logbook. And for me, I have 9 documents that I submitted, but actually, ano lang pala, submit ko is 8 lang, since the marriage contract. And the first 3 documentary requirements is all about the logbook. So, meron kang DT Form 01 submit, DT Form 02, and architect's mentor's affidavits, including the annexes. And number 4, documentary requirements is baccalaureate transcript of records. So, make sure that your TOR must have or has a remarks for board exam purposes only. Then, for number 5, certificate of live birth. Make sure also to bring the original copy, and it is good if you photocopy the certificate of live birth in colored. And number 6 is college diploma. Photocopy with CTC. Yes, that is the same with the TOR. Dapat naka-CTC siya. And original, i-bring mo din yung original. The next is the marriage contract if you are married only. Bring the original and photocopy as well. And number 8 is NBI clearance. So, ipaserox mo lang din siya, pero, at saka dali mo yung original copy. And last is the mentor's professional identification card, valid PTR, UAP certificate of members in good standing, or IA-POA certificate. And number 9, dapat photocopy siya, much better, colored siya. And this is not necessary, yung may note ako dito. But I prepare separate colored photocopy with signed and sealed of my mentors. Why? Because may times na nag-aas ako sa classmate ko and also to the review center if it's necessary. So sabi nila is, you can actually have signed and sealed of all the documents coming from the architect para sure. So lahat ng documents that I submitted to the PRC are all signed and sealed by my mentor. The DT Form 01 summary. So defining again the DT Form 01 summary, we have the candidate name. So you must input the last name first name, middle name, and for the total number of hours accomplished, this you'll actually input all the details here. At the middle and below of the DT Form 01, you will see the candidate's baccalaureate degree information. So, kailangan mo ilagay ng mga details dyan. You need to input the current chairman as well as the member of the PRBOA. Ano ba yung common mistakes sa DT Form 01? So, meron tayong the same accomplished hours, no original signature, incomplete hours, no date of graduation, and wrong name of the chairman and member. So, ito siya. Avoid the same accomplished hours. Why? Because hindi naman siguro siya parang you are lucky kasi nagkaroon ka ng parehas na accomplished hours. Maybe may something sa logbook mo kaya i-double check sila ng PRC or ng PRBOA. So much better dapat hindi siya equal. And next is without sign and date. Dapat meron ko ditong original sign and date ng trainee. So, minimum credit hours, you must have or exceed the minimum credit hours. In our example, hindi siya nag-exceed, nag-incomplete siya. So, mali siya. And incomplete total hours, yes, incomplete total hours, do not tally the minimum credit hours. So, take note na dapat magtali siya or mag-more than, mas maganda. The next is, this one again, common mistakes for the DT Form 01. Hindi ka naglagay ng date of graduation. Diba? It's either nakalimutan mo or ayaw mo talaga maglagay. So, kailangan mo maglagay. The next is the incomplete name of the chairman and the board. Yeah, I mean, the chairman and the member. So, do not use architect after honorable. Why? Parang nag-redundant na siya. So, mas okay na dapat isa lang. Pero ang nilalagay talaga dito is honorable. Kasi sila ay naging member na ng PRBOA. So, what is the right way in filling the DT Form 01? Well, dapat exceed the minimum credit hours. Tingnan mo dito, sa minimum credit hours, mas in-exceed pa niya sa total number of hours. So, okay yun. And you input all the candidate baccalaureate degree information and also the complete name of the current PRBOA chairman and member. Next is the DT Form 02, the training experience. So this shall be accomplished by your architect mentor. In this case, you will notice that there is a gray field. So lahat ng may gray field dapat mong lagyan or dapat lagyan ng mentor. Yan. Kailangan may candidate name, number sheets, and all the necessary information. Yung mga field of practice mo. And also, the the signature or sign and seal of your mentor and the details of your mentor. So what is the common mistake for the DT Form 02? There's a lot. So first is the overlapping of dates. The phrase is present tense. Magkaiba kasi yung natapos mo na yung work and then yung present tense. Diba? So structural plan is not structural conceptualization. Preliminary design is not pre-design. That's right. Propose has no supervision. Do not choose propose if the structure is erected. Then redundancy of activities. Writing maps, layout, example, electrical layout versus versus architectural layouting of mechanical, electrical, fire flow, and etc. Did not provide architectural interior works or did not provide description of architectural interior works. The clerk of works is not a secretary work, right? So, 10 is writing an overtime more than 8 hours. It is advisable to limit your overtime to 4 hours only. And overtime should not be daily. Parang magtataka na yung PR BOA or PRC, bakit palagi ka may overtime? More than 8 hours pa. And last is the activities is not chronological event. Parang hindi siya pasunod-sunod. From bidding, to permitting, to construction. So, dapat, chronological events. These are the common mistakes for the DT 402. Madami. As I've mentioned earlier, meron siyang overlapping of dates. Then, preliminary design is not redesign. And using structural plan, did not provide description. Tapos, gumamit ka pa ng present tense like preparing. So, hindi dapat siya gagawin. Dapat prepared na kasi natapos mo na yung work mo. Using interior design, wrong. Dapat maglalagay ka dyan ng architectural interior layouts of like bedroom, like ganun. And at the bottom part, you will notice that non-chronological and redundancies of activity. Na-mention na siya sa taas, na-mention mo pa sa baba. Tapos, hindi siya chronological. Dapat may story or chronological events yung logbook mo, ng DT 402. This is the right way for the DT 402. As you notice, we have the correct number of hours to the FOP period covered is 1. And no overlapping of dates. As you can see, then chronological order siya. So, maganda. At hindi ka gumamit yan ng present tense, di ba? Dapat past tense lagi yung gagamitin mo. Next is affidavit, legal documents na nagpapatotoo na ako as a mentor, ako yung mentor ko yung trainee or yung apprentice and dapat totoo yun na document. So, this is an affidavit. So, you can see dapat meron siyang architect sign and seal below, details ng architect, and details na din ng trainee. And provided by the notary public yung sa taas and yung sa baba. Subscribed and sworn by attorney. So, this is an annexes. Sa annexes, this is example picture that I attach. Lalagay mo dito yung name ng mentor and na candidate name or yung nag-apprentice. Then, input sheet number and total sheets. And then, insert valid and latest PIC, UAP cert, tax receipt, and tax cert. So, all the images that you need to attach here from your mentor. So, lahat yan. Mga Kapantayo, salamat sa pagdala. Thanks for watching.